Profanity Nation.
Yeah, it's the new era of man for some old school fans with a new school brand. We got money on the mic with the plan in hand. And Stat Pat to his left, they go hand in hand. And to the right, we got Simpster, he putting it down. It's the Profanity Nation, we running the town. Yeah,
It's the Profanity Nation.
Hey, welcome to the show. Welcome to the Profanity Nation podcast on our new night, Tuesday nights. This is our new night. We will now be on Tuesday nights on infanitytv.com and our YouTube channel at 8:30 p.m. So mark that on your calendars. Be sure to subscribe.
Yes.
Hit subscribe. Say hello or bookmark infanitytv.com. Let me introduce my co-host, as always, Mr. Money Mike. How's the money going, Mr. Mike?
Podcast releases on Wednesday instead of Tuesday.
Okay.
Hey, Money Mike is good. I mean, he's out here training. You know, everybody against me. They're lighting a fire for me, but I'm out there feeling good.
There you go.
Drinking my smoothies, a lot more water. Yeah, it's gonna be great.
All right, we'll get an update on that.
Yes, sir.
Stat Pat, you're heading out now for a vacation after this show. So we're gonna squeeze all the knowledge that we can get from you in this show here. How you doing, my friend?
I'm doing good, man. Just came back from
but that's all right.
Cabo. It was a nice time. It was funny to see like me not putting on suntan lotion. Or sunscreen, and everyone else putting on sunscreen, like just dying out there. Just like everyone looking like lobsters out there. But it was good. It was like you're actually going somewhere where you can feel the heat, because obviously in the past like couple of months in Los Angeles we haven't really got summer weather, so it was kind of good to get high 80s, low 90s kind of weather out there. So it's kind of cool.
And if I'm right, this was kid free, right?
Yes. Oh my God.
Woo!
Kid free for like 5 days.
Wow.
It was great. Great. Now I got 3 weeks with the kids. So there you go. That's my punishment. But we live it.
It's great. It's
a reward. Right?
All right, guys. Well, much like us, we have kids. The Lakers have new kids, guys. The new kids for the Lakers are the rookies and even some of the sophomores there that are playing or played in the summer league. We'll say played. Summer league is now over. There is a new reigning summer league champion of the world, the Cavs, guys.
Cavs, man.
Mike, you asked a great question. Let's start the show here, but then we'll get into your training and stuff. But you asked a great question. And Laker fans, we know this better than anybody, right? Because we won the summer league with Lonzo and Kuz and all that.
Right.
Which means more to a team? We'll ask you guys here, right? Money Mike's pondered this.
Man, I don't know. Do I want to win the cup or the summer league?
There it is. Which would mean more, that the Cavs were to win the whatever frigging cup thing that they're doing, or a summer league championship? Stat, what do you think?
Cup, because professionals, all professionals, starters are going to get paid.
Wow.
Summer league's not getting, the starters not getting paid off summer league.
You just validated that cup is of more value than the entire summer league.
The summer league summer league is development. However, you do also want to simulate pressure situations. Yeah. So for that, I'm like, okay, that's cool. But then when it comes to this play-in tournament, the in-season tournament, I don't know the value. It seems like a money grab. I like I said, I watch soccer. It just feels soccerish, European soccerish. There's no real reason for it, especially when we have now shifted. Before Magic and Bird and Jordan came out, it was not ring culture. And now we do have ring culture. And so what do you tell all these people that are going to make an extra $2 million just because they won? There's no prestige behind it. No one cares that you win it. So it's kind of like having the Western Conference and the Eastern Conference MVP trophies. Like no one cares about those trophies. It's like playoff trophy. No one cares about that.
Yeah,
it never happened before. It's new. Magic, Kobe, Bird, all these people would have had those accolades attached to their resume. And so I just think that this tournament, you have to, if you're a team, if you're a contending team, how do you manage that? Do you, for the integrity of the game, kind of like, well, if it's ring culture, should I bring my stars back, or should we try to go for this and win it? And I don't know. I don't think that's the thing.
I think time will tell. So we'll just have to wait for that to play out and see. But the NBA in tournament or in season cup, I have no idea what that's going to be. But let's get to this guy over here real quick. Mr. Money Mike, I know you want to keep talking Summer League here.
Yeah. I want to talk a little bit about Summer League because
Okay.
I was just reading this. It's really interesting. So Victor Wemby, right?
Yeah.
Wembanyama. So I love it. I love it, right? Because it's 18. He averaged 18 points, 10 rebounds, 1.5 assists, 4 block shots, 3 turnovers, 40% from field goal, 30% from 3-point, 68% shooting. Those are really great stats.
Okay, which stats are great?
18 points per game. That's not bad.
Okay.
Now,
no.
What's the sample size?
Give me
10 rebounds per game.
Okay, go ahead. And you said the percentage, the field goal percentage of what?
Yeah. Field goal percentage.
Field goal percentage.
It's 40%.
You said it was great numbers.
That's all right.
No, bro, don't do that. If you shooting 40% from the field, 40% from the field,
and you
those
7'4"?
are and you 7'4", and we saying he got great stats. He should be able to do 18 and 10 in his sleep.
What about 30% 3-point?
30%. We mad at LeBron James because he's jacking up threes. He's shooting like 33%. So you saying 30% is good enough? No, man. Not when he was doing his highlight package. He stepped back and threeing on people when he's doing all kinds of stuff. When he looked like he was the most unguardable.
Forget me. I'm confused here. How does any of that even count? What was the sample size?
Well, first of all, he had 2 games. But look,
two games.
Okay, so look.
That doesn't count.
They shut him down after 2.
Throw it all out the door.
Can I read this? This? It says, why is Victor Wembanyama out for the Summer League? Put simply, the Spurs believe he needs a chance to rest and reset to get ready for training camp. That starts in early October.
We just officially found out who taught Kawhi Leonard friggin' load management.
So, hold on.
It was the Spurs.
It was Pop.
It was Pop who taught Kawhi Leonard everything he friggin' knows.
This 20-year-old needs to rest and reset to get ready for training camp in October.
Bruh.
Right.
October.
Look.
In October.
I love Wemby's quote. In the past month, I think basketball wasn't even 50% of my schedule. So, which means
he ain't playing at all.
He ain't played prior to these 2 games.
And he need to rest.
Less than 50%.
He need to rest though. The word is
reset.
rest.
And reset.
Well, I mean, he hasn't even
okay.
He hasn't even set yet. He's a rookie to
reset. I agree with that word because look, I saw a kid out there that was not ready for the physicality. And I'm thinking that Pop saw that.
Reset.
Well, Pop saw that. It was like, I'm going to pull the plug before. I mean, I just think Pop said, I seen enough because this is going to get worse before it get better.
He pulled a Mickey on
I'm pulling him. I'm pulling him now. He got 2 games. I'm in it. I know what he needs to do. We're going to do what?
So what was the play? So the next play was, look, this is last game. Everybody throw to him so that way he could score over 20 points. So that way we can.
No, that wasn't it. But since he did have a good game, they're like, oh, that's
good.
Shut it.
It's kind of like when Max Christie kind of like tweaked something. I'm done.
Yeah.
Well,
if he had another bad game, but didn't get hurt, he would have played again. But because he scored well, let's end it on a good note. Done. Good enough. Out of here.
Yeah, I'm just thinking coaches are using any excuse.
NBA's golden boy.
To
NBA's new golden boy.
Oh God.
NBA's new golden boy.
And man, that's another story. That's a whole other show.
It's gonna
because
prove itself.
It
will continue
because
it will continue to prove itself.
We could talk about what I was gonna say is like the NBA is searching for these people, these players. They're desperately trying to find the golden goose. Trying to find that person that is going to be the heir apparent that's going to take this into the next 10, 15 years, and they haven't found it yet. Because, I mean, even John Morant, the dude, even if he says he's on the right path, the dude that he was hanging with he's in trouble. So it's like, okay, bro, like, so obviously you were not making good choices. He was the one It just feels like, Zion can't stay in shape, so he doesn't want it. So where does the league go from here? Got to go Wemby. And then it's like, okay, you giving us the best prospect since LeBron James, and I know LeBron James came out with his hair on fire. It was no doubt.
Yeah.
When LeBron was on the court at his first time, it was no doubt
he was NBA ready.
that he was NBA ready. This guy is not NBA ready.
Yeah, he's a different frame, different body. So I agree. But
so he need to gain at least 20, 30 pounds of muscle.
He needs to gain 4 years because that's what it's going to take. He can't just put on the muscle.
Yeah, he
needs to mature.
He has to bang.
He needs to grow into a man's body, and the Spurs.
Who is the first person that's going to dunk on him?
You know what my bet is? It's not even a big.
Well, I mean, I'm gonna tell you who's gonna hunt.
Just look at this. You know what?
I'm gonna tell you who's gonna.
Oh, they haven't released when they release it. Are you talking preseason or regular season?
No, just period. Like, I mean,
look at the preseason schedule. It's happening
on
game
Dwight.
1.
Remember Dwight?
Game 1.
Let me just go. And that was.
I will tell you this: if they play,
Ja gonna try.
Ja's gonna get him. No, he's not gonna try. He's gonna get him.
So Ja for sure.
Ja for sure gonna.
Yeah, but Ja's out 25 games. So
well, when he gets back, guess what?
Yeah, but he's gonna be the first.
He's like, I haven't played. No,
he won't be the first.
He's not gonna be the first. No. I mean, he already got dunked on in the summer league, so it's like
Yeah, but that's
I know it's like who's gonna really baptize him to the NBA?
So who else? Who you think?
You got to say at least regular season game. You just got to look at the schedule. And I'm saying game 1. It's happening game 1.
Just bang.
But I have a weird feeling, guys. And I have nothing to base this on. I don't think he's going to be playing game 1.
It ain't no way.
Ain't no
way.
I don't think.
Ain't no way he can't play game 1.
I don't think Wemby's playing game 1. I don't know why, but I have a feeling that he won't. And that's that. So
that's so anticlimactic. That's so. I'm sorry. That's shenanigans.
Wasn't Zion out?
That's shenanigans.
Year 1.
What game 1?
Wasn't he? Didn't Zion go out year 1? Injury? Wasn't he delayed?
No, he was delayed.
Yeah.
See, I'm saying I'm calling shenanigans. I'm just saying the red phone is going to answer. I mean, it's going to ring, and it's you need to get,
especially if they think he's going to get exposed. He ain't going to play.
Well, then
they'll find a reason not to until he gets.
My God, this is crazy.
It's possible. So we can see. Mr. Money Mike, how's your training going, sir?
Hey, training's going good. Everybody's against me. I love it. Lights the fire up under me. I'm still right around 12 minutes a mile. I'm by the end of the week, I'm planning on being closer to it, hitting 11 something. Yeah, man, it's tough. I know the pressure now. When you out there preparing for a big game, yeah, it's gonna be major. I'm thinking about it. I got 4 more weeks
in enemy territory too.
Yeah, I got 4 more weeks. Everybody against me. I love it though. I love it. I'm gonna go, and then when I do. Oh, you talking about talking? Oh, I'm talking.
You're gonna sound like a Clipper fan.
Oh man, yes.
Hey man, as you should.
Yeah.
You give it to her.
Yeah, it's gonna be on video. I probably should show y'all the video.
Oh yeah,
after it's done, because there's no way I'm gonna let my daughter listen. There's no way I'm gonna let her lap me. I'm gonna have to pull a hamstring first.
You gotta give it all.
That could happen.
Yeah.
That could actually happen. The
probability of that happening is high.
Yeah, exactly.
Hey, that would be the only
real
reason.
High.
Hey, look. in true form with Wemby, situation.
Yeah.
Hey, that's the only reason it's gonna happen is I'm gonna be hurt. I'm gonna be hurt.
That'll make sense. Remind us what day this is on.
August 19th.
Yes.
All right.
Yes.
And of course, he's racing his daughter. His daughter has to lap him before he completes a mile. Correct.
Yep. That's it.
That's it.
Hey, wouldn't it be dope if Mac McClung got a Wemby? He was a slam dunk contest winner.
Yeah, true. Where's he at still? Where's Matt McClung?
Where's Mac McClung? Speaking of that, okay, guys, where is this Laker team? Okay, so summer league is over. We now know, and we've seen a taste.
76ers, by the way.
What's that?
Oh yeah, 76, right?
76ers was for Mac McClung, yes. We've now seen a taste of the rookies. We've seen the taste of the youth. And as expected, pleasantly pleased.
Once again.
Well, thank you.
We got some gems. I think so.
I like Colin.
Well, Colin Cowson?
Yeah, man.
I like him too. I think he's, he has game. He's really good around the basket. I like little floaters. I also don't want to see him against big men in the NBA before, because it's a little different when I see the guys like just bang. I want to see how he's going to be able to finish through contact. As a big man, I want him to do that. Jalen Hood, Shafino, I think he's good. I mean, he makes really good decisions. Also, I think he's really in a good position because he can develop. Hodge, I don't know if you guys know him. Like, he's basically has really been lights out when it comes to the shooting. And then you have, of course, Max.
Cole's been shooting really well.
Yes, you have, and then you have
Max.
Max Christie, and so which leads us to like our rotation.
Yep.
And so where do you put Max Christie? I mean, we could say, who do you guys think will be our starting five? Just because that's a start, but we could talk about that and how we can talk. I want to hear what you guys talk about. So we got our two guards. Obviously, is going to be Reeves and D'Angelo, and then here we got the forwards. Obviously, one is going to be
if I could, D'Angelo or Vincent, right?
Well, I would think that you're not going to. I think Vincent knows. I have to play. I have to play.
He has to take.
Yes, I have to take.
He needs time to take that.
Yeah,
spot.
I have to take it.
It's not going to happen in training.
No,
camp.
we're not going to. We're going to let D'Angelo Russell return
knows the offense,
and then give him like a half a season.
Sorry about that.
Am I the only one that kind of want to trade D'Angelo?
He's. I believe they signed him with knowing that that's a
possibility.
Yeah,
and I believe he knows that too.
Yeah, because I'm just like, D'Angelo didn't show me that he was reliable for me
in that one series, but he made big shots.
He won games for us.
He literally buried the Grizzlies.
Yeah, but he didn't.
He wasn't consistent.
The problem I had with him was that if his shot was off,
he was off.
He was useless. He didn't play. He doesn't play defense. He doesn't get rebounds. He could pass. He's a decent passer, but he wasn't even doing that well.
Yeah.
So I'm always about affecting the game.
Yeah.
And if your shot's off, that happens. But there has to be other stuff that you're able to do to be effective. And he just was not effective. And I hate. I mean, you always say shooters have to keep shooting and all that type of stuff, but like that's because that shooter's doing other stuff in between that has him to be an asset to the game. But if he's not doing anything else, if he's not playing defense, he's not getting rebounds, he's not passing the ball, getting assists, he's not doing pits, then I don't want him out there.
Yeah.
So I mean, I don't know. I'm that's the most unimpressive re-signing that we have. I love Austin Reeves, I love Rui, but just Russell, that was my most unimpressed.
So when it comes to D'Angelo, I think so I got him on a great contract, a tradable contract, and he averaged 17 points, probably like around 7 assists, and he shot around 50% from the field, around I think under 40%. So he was almost flirting with a 50-40-90 stat line. And he was really effective when, like you said, when things are going on. What I want, and I hope this goes for AD and D'Angelo, is to look at this playoffs. Look at it. Look at and see where your game is pretty much the reason why we did not move on. Because if AD would have been consistent, we win a championship. Same thing with D'Angelo Russell. If he's consistent, we win a championship. They have to look at this as that sample size and look at their whole playoffs and like, okay, I got to be better. Now, the cool thing about us now, we have Gabe Vincent. So now if he's doing the same thing you're saying, he's not playing the defense, he's not getting these rebounds, his game is not diversified, only shooting threes, then we can easily slide him to the bench.
And now he's tradable.
And then he could trade him. And then he's going to have that nice little friendly deal.
Let me spit out some figures here. This is from statnews.com. D'Angelo Russell season 2022 and 2023. Games played 71 for the whole season, of course, and so forth. Average minutes played 32 minutes, points per game 17. His average shooting percentage was 46.9. His 3-point percentage was 39.6. And on the season, he was a plus 85 in the plus minus.
What's the playoffs?
So I'm saying that What we're saying is, so that's why that's why I'm cautiously optimistic, because I can't vilify him for the one series. What have you done for me lately? However, he did not have a bad Memphis series. He did not have a bad series against the Golden State Warriors. He did not have those.
Yeah,
we know that.
That's true. But
We're talking about the last series, and he did not show up for the last series.
But we've seen this before, though. We've seen this his whole career, even when he was on.
Never in the playoffs.
No, even when he wasn't on the Lakers, though. We've seen it where when he's not able to shoot, he is a non-effective player. So that kind of really makes him like one-dimensional, and it's very difficult for that, because when you have LeBron on the team and he's your first option, he's a player that you have to get started and get going.
Yeah.
But you have LeBron on there.
Okay, guys,
he ain't gonna be the one to get started.
Gabe Vincent's details last season, again, per Stat Muse, we're going off of that. Games played, 68 games. He was a minus 28 as opposed to a plus 85. Shot 40% field goal percentage and 33 from threes. He was a minus 28 as compared to a plus 85. Austin Reeves was a plus 285. Just so you know.
Hilarious.
So those are some of the
all right. Well, so I guess what the answer is, we're gonna see which one's hot that day,
and we're gonna go from there and have to see what's going on.
So yeah. And I'm okay with that. Listen, as long as we win, I don't care.
You know what? We have depth. Okay, so that's one thing. So let's just assume. Let's continue. This was all just the starting five. So we've got a ways to go here, guys. Okay, so our starting five, we're going to assume, is Austin Reeves and then D'Angelo Russell at the point guard position, right? Where are we going from there?
So obviously you're going to have LeBron James, right? From there, that's where it gets tricky. You have Anthony Davis, but do you start Hachimura or do you start, somebody else?
Starting Davis at the 5 or the 4.
That's what I'm saying. So that's where I'm saying we have
that center position. Well,
we have Jackson Hayes,
and the rookie.
Well, Castle, but we brought more like he's going to get another big man.
Yeah, so that might be the void right now, is that center position to put AD in that 4, which is what he likes to play. That's where he likes to play. That's where he likes to hang out. As the team is constructed right now, it's only Jackson Hayes who could really fill that spot.
Yeah, and he's more of a pick and roll kind of guy, not going to give you any spacing. He's just a lob threat. Kind of like kind of like Jamel McGee and Dwight Howard,
and that worked for this team.
It did work.
Yeah.
So obviously AD needs to understand that we're the best at the 5 when he's at the 5. So hopefully we can get somebody that can steal some minutes at the 4. But let's be honest here. He wants to play the 4, but his 3-point shot has left him since the bubble.
Yep.
So it's not like, so if you want to be a 4, then you need to be able to stretch. You can't just say, well, I want to play the 4 because I don't want to bang.
Yeah.
And I don't want to wait around the basket.
No.
Like, you need to play a 4. The way this game is now, the 4, it does so many different things. And
stretches the floor.
They stretch the floor. So here we saw how Vanderbilt was when he played. We love Vanderbilt's defense. We still have Vanderbilt. Yes, right? And we love his defense. However, we were like, it was a hole. Once you put him in the corner, he really wasn't able to do that, make shots consistently. So we have Taurean Prince. Taurean Prince shooting around 38% from the 3-pointer, shooting around over 40% from 3 in the corner.
And his position
he's a tweener. He's like 3-4, kind of like same thing with Hachimura. Going to be able to give you those minutes. So the thing is, do you want to get Hachimura's minutes? Get his scoring punch off the bench, or do you want to say, okay, we have Taurean Prince, we got Vanderbilt, we got Jackson Hayes, we have Gabe Vincent, and then we have either Cam Reddish or Max Christie as your second unit. What do you want to do? Do you want to coming out all cylinders going on defense, or you want to be like, okay, you got to play us honest? If you want to play us honest, then I would say you got to leave Vanderbilt on the bench for defensive purposes, and then it's either between Taurean Prince or Hachimura to start at the 4, because somebody has to be. You have to be able to stretch the floor to give those guys like LeBron and AD that middle to be able to operate.
My bet would be there if I was a betting man is that Hachimura to the bench. Money and
listen, he's an energy guy. Like he's not one of those players that you gotta give him a ball and run plays for. So I love him coming off the bench. I get excited when I see him coming in.
Plus, again, if now we're talking about that being the starting 5, you need somebody coming off that bench that is familiar with Darvin Ham's offense again, and somebody who can bring some continuity to what happened last year. Right. And Hachimura coming off the bench can do that.
Yeah, no, he definitely is a 6 man coming off. I love it. Like I said, I love everything about what he brings, like for that second unit, and he knows how to play with the first unit. So look, it doesn't matter who starts the game; it matters who ends it.
Yep,
right.
And he's definitely a person that can. That could be there for the end of the game. So no, I like Hachimura off the bench.
Yeah, I agree. Okay, so then we've settled our starting 5 is Reeves. You've got Reeves, D'Angelo Russell, Anthony Davis, LeBron James, and Jackson Hayes, or
that's the thing. Do you want to do Jackson Hayes
or Taurean Prince?
If I had to pick, I would pick Prince.
Okay,
I think Prince only because he does give you a little bit of what Hachimura does, but I do like Hachimura's scoring punch off the bench, and like you said, he can finish the games. Plus, in a pinch. Like he did against Joker.
That's exactly what I was going to say.
To go ahead and steal some minutes at the 5.
I think this will be situational, being that when they're playing Joker, when they're playing Embiid, they're playing those true bigs. Maybe Hachimura will actually start those games and take that first quarter heat off of AD in that 5 spot.
Yeah,
that's possible because that worked.
Yes,
that worked for the Lakers.
Yes, it did.
So that's very possible. Exactly. So that'd be situational there.
Yeah,
absolutely. Well, guys, we're going to take a quick break. Don't go anywhere. You're watching Profanity Nation on our new night, Tuesday nights, 8:30 p.m. is when we start. Of course, you're here. Hit that subscribe button. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back.
All right.
United One Protection Services. With over 30 years of experience, United One Protection Services has more expertise and knowledge than the other security companies combined. Residential, commercial, municipal, or institutional, United One Protection Services does more than just security. We protect your livelihood. United One Protection Services.
Profanity Nation.
A podcast for the fans, by the fans. Dive deep into the topics the other shows miss. Raw and uncensored.
And he's going to play team ball. His legacy is at stake.
Rare, hard-hitting interviews with players, coaches, and you, the super fans.
I'm not hating. I'm like, okay, cool. Good.
3 championships in 5 years. He's more than good, bro.
Profanity Nation. Listen live or subscribe on your favorite podcast platform. Powered by Jesse Brown of Keller Williams.
Yo, we're back with the Profanity Nation podcast. We are the voice of the professional fan, so you are in the right spot. Hit that subscribe button. We're talking about the Lakers. We're talking about we just got through the starting 5, guys. And we're on to the bench. I think we're all in agreement, right? Hachimura on the bench, just because it helps that second squad. So now we got Hachimura. I'm assuming Gabe Vincent is the depth there, and then where are we going?
So I mean, then if Hayes doesn't start, he's your backup 5, and then like I said, I'm more likely Vanderbilt is moving 4, your backup 4. It's the 2. That's where I think all the intrigue. I think you can pretty much have the first 9 in your rotation. Pretty much going to be a consensus 9. Is that backup 2 minutes, and everyone's pretty much in love with Max Christie right now because of the couple of games he had in Sacramento, a couple of games he did in the summer league,
his growth
from
because we have a large sample size with him.
Yeah, we've seen before. Even got his stats from the previous summer league to now this summer league, and it's like night and day. And honestly, I mean, us being like season ticket holders of the South Bay Lakers, we see him often, and to see him now, I'm not gonna lie, he did not look like this even in the last day of the G League. So that is but at the same time, if you give Cam Reddish 28 minutes, is he gonna finally break it out and that's a steal for the Lakers to see.
We haven't even brought up his name until right now. You're absolutely right.
It's like, so you got Cam Reddish,
and for people who don't know, Cam Reddish plays what position?
He's the same thing, 3-4.
3-4, perfect.
So 2-3 really, but so that's where I'm like, this team is now deep. This team is actually able to withstand a freak injury as to from there.
Which is going to happen during the season.
Of course. I mean, LeBron's probably going to miss some games. AD's going to miss some games. But it doesn't feel as catastrophic as it did last year when either one of those go down, and it breaks pretty much like a house of cards. Like, if one of them go down, we are scraping. Like, now it's like, okay, now we're trying to showcase people. And if we actually get another big, I heard the names like, Christian Wood is out there. Somebody like that just to go ahead and give us some solid minutes. JaVale McGee might even come back. Just something like that.
Did you hear that they were inquiring, or Instagram, they're undefeated. They were talking about maybe giving Dwight a chance.
Oh, I know. They think that that's getting rumble.
Only because of the whole Joker.
I'm actually gonna say today. Okay.
Joker.
I was at. I'm actually gonna say. Okay. I was at a Sparks press conference. We covered the LA Sparks Weekly. If you don't know, be sure to follow at LA Sparks Weekly, guys. But we covered the Sparks, and I was at a press conference today. I won't mention names, but I overheard some people talking that are close to the organization. We'll say the Lakers organization, and that name came up. Howard came up. And it came up specifically against Jokic and a Joker. I'm just going to say I overheard that. It doesn't mean anything.
Right.
But I did overhear that as casual conversation today at a press conference. So
I just think it's fool's gold.
Behind the
I
scenes.
think if we look at it objectively, right, that was in 2020. Okay.
3 years.
Since then, my man has been two-time MVP and finals MVP. Like, he ain't the same cat. Like, he's just not that same dude.
That's true.
So you bring him there thinking you're going to expect the same result just because he feels that he get in his head. Because honestly, he's not giving you anything on the offensive end. And the defense that you want him to play is what defense? What, just to go ahead and just rough house? All right. He's going to shake that off and still bust his ass. This is Joker now we're talking about. We're not talking about that guy before when Jamal Murray was the man with the face of the franchise. It's Joker by a long shot right now.
And Joker would pull him out to the three. Dwight wouldn't go out there and he'd rip him.
You see what he did to AD?
Yeah, he'd rip him.
You see when he threw that jug in his face?
Yeah.
2 times in the series?
It wouldn't work at all.
Come on, man.
It wouldn't work at all.
I like me some Dwight Howard, but we got to, no.
Yeah, I appreciate his play and I appreciate his character. Money Mike, Dwight Howard.
I mean, Dwight Howard's useless to me. I mean, I think it's unfortunate he's going to be a Hall of Famer. That's just how
he's praying on his downfall.
I'm not a hater. I'm just saying.
I'm not hating.
Bro, he earned that, though. But he earned it.
I mean,
he changed the game.
He earned it,
he was there.
He literally earned it.
Listen, I'm not saying he didn't earn to be there.
Okay.
I ain't hating.
I'm not saying he didn't earn to be there. I mean, he had.
You just could have said that.
He's a multiple rebound.
You could have said anything, but you
multiple all defense.
Defender of the year.
He put a team in the back to go to the finals and they got whooped on. But hey, he's Hall of Famer. But
shouldn't be.
Yeah.
But shouldn't be.
He is, but shouldn't be.
It's just interesting to me, man. It makes me just hate the Hall of Fame more so because it just should be an upper level. We talked about it before.
Well, we'll go there. Okay.
It should be
guys. Is
level 2.
Let's keep this on track. I'm gonna keep this train on track, guys. So Are we even thinking along the right path here that a Howard or a JaVale McGee, essentially what we're saying is 6 fouls. Neither one of those players are bringing us offense. They're doing a little bit of dirty work. We're never going to call their number, never going to call their play. They're going to get some putbacks, this and that, right? That's all we're really looking for there. Are we guilty of conforming or adjusting to the Nugget to try, which we say we should never do? We should build our game and force them to adjust to us. Is a Dwight Howard or a JaVale McGee really going to help in that?
Okay,
anyway?
Look,
okay.
Go
Go for it.
So look, I personally believe that how you game plan against the Nuggets is to prevent Jokic from passing. Like, I think Jokic is going to do what he's going to do. If you try to stop him, he's such a great passer. That's what makes his, his style of play effective. So what I would take away from him is the ability for him to be able to make pass and get cut.
So stay home.
Stay home, yeah. Like, because
don't double.
Him scoring 45 points doesn't hurt.
Yeah.
Him scoring 35 points and having 15 assists hurts. So
let's check on something.
Do I want to worry about matchups per se at the center position? No. My main thing, definitely, like I said, is to stay home with your man and prevent those passing lanes. That's what makes Jokic so effective.
But you know what's funny about that? Like what you were just saying right now, like, because we used to always say that, like, just play our game. As long as we play our game, it should be good. We ain't worried about nobody else's game. Because you know why? Because we had the best big man in the game. It was so easy for us to sit back and say, we're just going to be ourselves. We're going to do what we do best. We're going to play big ball, and we're going to dump it into the big man, and we're going to go because we had the best big man.
And
everybody started to always play against our Twin Towers or our big men, or we had Dwight Howard. We had Andrew Bynum and Pau Gasol, and all of a sudden Phoenix Suns get Shaq. You know what I'm saying? We're all trying to go against this big man tandem that we had. It is because we were holding the big man cards. We no longer hold the big man cards. We don't. The big man, the biggest big man in the game is a Denver, and we all trying to figure out how in the hell are we going to try to defend that. Now, thing about it is we're not too far off. So that's why I don't want everybody like to get all crazy and stuff. We can just go tit for tat. We can just play up to a standstill. And we still, I feel, have a team that is going to be top to bottom enough they're going to be able to make good shots. And then remember, guys, I think at the end of the day, if I'm not making a mistake, I think the 4 games that we did get swept, I think out of the total points, I think it was 26.
Yeah, all games.
All games. They're blowing cats out in the playoffs. Okay? And you 26 divided by 4, I mean, you see the math. You see where it's going. We're in the game. And the Lakers were doing stuff that normally we would be on the other side of that. Like, you looking at Denver, and that look a lot of Lakerish. A lot of, like, just let you mess up at the end and then steal it at the end. A lot of times. So I'm just saying, okay, so were we that far off? Should we get too crazy? No. Let's just play the game. Let's go ahead. And another thing about, this is one thing I'm going to say right now, dude. The Lakers, for the first time in a long time, got motivation. Like, and this, hear me out, bro.
I was going to get there.
Hear me out.
I was going to get there.
Because Mike Malone and these dudes are talking way too greasy to the fact. And it's like, you just want a championship. At the same time, you talking about the Lakers still. So it's like, okay, so now, since I am knowing that you only beat us 26 total points, since I know I was still in the game with all this, since I do know you do have 2 critical players off your team and we running it back, we're going to see this. Because the basketball God's going to give us Denver Lakers game 1 in Denver. Is that just like, that's just got to happen. Either that or Christmas. Either that or Christmas. So when you see me, we knowing what you said, we knowing what it is, and this is and me just being a Laker fan and know us being a Laker fan, knowing how we operate. Would Shaq and Kobe give us bulletproof material?
No, done.
You done messed up.
Yeah.
I just hope they
Or
can
Michael
rise
Jordan.
to the occasion. Yeah,
I
you
took
know,
that person.
I just hope that we can rise to the occasion
Yeah.
because we're here now.
Yeah. Well, I think that it's not just the players. I know that Braun has heard it. No question. But I think Ham is tired of hearing it. I think Pelinka's tired of hearing it. I think they're all tired of hearing it. I think it's ridiculous, and I think it's a bad look for them. But thank you, because like you said, it's whiteboard material, and they will definitely use it as motivation for next season. And don't poke the bear.
Please don't.
Don't
but they have
poke the bear. It's already too late.
It's too late.
Go now.
And
now you better follow up.
Now you got to.
Yeah,
you better go back to back.
Now, as Money Mike would say, keep that energy.
Yeah,
keep that same energy all season long, because you started it. You better finish it. Money Mike, you wanted to talk about something else. Let's go there.
Yeah. So look, hey, Stat Pat, I want to talk to you about this.
There
See
it
how
goes.
you feel about this. So, look, man, I got a best friend. I've known him over 40 years, and I'm only 47. And I've known him 40 years of my life, and he's a real late diehard Laker fan, just like me. He lives out in Texas, and he goes to church, and there's a church member, that he's known since, he was like 12, 13 years old. And this guy played 1 year in Arkansas. He got drafted by the Sacramento Kings, and the Celtics traded for him. Right. So now this guy is a Celtic. The guy named Jordan Walsh. Real good player, real good kid. My best friend has a love for him. Obviously, he watched him grow up and everything. And he keeps calling me, talking about like he's struggling. You know what I mean? About, he knows he can't root for the Celtics, but he wants to kind of root, for him. And I told him, hey man, absolutely not. You can't root for the Celtics.
He's looking for permission. Was he looking for permission?
Yeah, kind of, sort of, like he was kind of saying, yeah, I'm going to is
this okay, Mike?
He just did a summer league and he gave the Lakers.
He knows you host the show,
right? He gave the Lakers 21 points on the summer league, and he's calling me, hey man, he gave him 21, and on the 29th they're having a big party and stuff, and he's going to go there. The Celtics signed him to 4 years, $8 million. You know what I mean? The guy's on his way. And he's happy to go to the party. And I was like, man, he was like, man, we was talking about jerseys. I said, listen, man, I understand you know him, you've hung out with him, you actually played basketball with him, you watch him grow, you support him. I understand the love. I understand the mentoring that you've done.
But he's dead.
But the only jersey that you're able to wear, if you go to a game, you're Mavericks versus the Celtics, and you want to support him, I'm okay with you supporting him. But the only jersey you could wear is an Arkansas jersey, not a Celtics jersey. There's absolutely no way, no how. You can never wear a Celtics jersey. We can root for the player, through Arkansas. But we can't. So I mean, what do you think about that advice? Is that good advice?
100% good advice. I mean, let's be real. I mean, you can't. I mean, you're rooting for the Lakers the whole time, and yeah, even though it's kind of like somebody you see as your kid grows. Like it's kind of. I could take an example. Somebody, go to UCLA, their kid go to USC, and they're in the pickle. Now what are they going to do? Are they going to go ahead and they'll be there in the crowd with USC dad
right
on on the shirt, but they rocking that at UCLA. It's going to be a color clash, but at least they're going to let you know I'm here for my kid,
right? But
I'm still got y'all in my heart. So it's in his case, yeah, you just can't wear a Celtic jersey because remember when Tatum was doing that and the was walking in there, that kind of made me I didn't like it. I didn't like it. It was weird to me.
That's the next evolution of the banana boat. You're like thinking, okay, well, first of all, we don't even like that players are such good friends off the court. Yeah. We like that battle that want to fight against each other. Right. Now you've got the biggest rivalry in sports. You're crossing over and supporting. It's hard.
Yeah, it's really hard for that.
It just proves he's on the wrong team.
He definitely is on the wrong team, 100%. Like I went to Boston, as y'all know. I don't like Boston more now than before I ever visited there. So
he may be a Celtic, but he identifies as a Laker.
right. that's a possibility nowadays.
Yeah.
You gotta identify
There is
yourself as whatever
absolutely
you
no
want.
way.
Yeah,
He
you
have
gotta identify.
done too much.
Hey, you gotta identify yourself as a Laker.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know, we can see with our eyeballs, but you gotta identify yourself as a Laker. That works. Maybe that fits the situation.
There you go. There you go.
Yeah.
At least so we're fluid here. We're good.
Hey man,
Credentials.
let's
We're
do
good
it.
here, guys. All right, guys. Are we ready to do this? I think you're ready.
Let's do it.
Okay,
Let's
so
knock it out.
so as always, you guys are watching and or listening to the show. You know that we finish the show with a segment we call Money Mike's Out of Bounds. Money Mike is going to share his thoughts or opinions on a topic, and it's really simple. You just need to wonder or let him know, are his thoughts in bounds or out of bounds? Mr. Money Mike?
Okay, so look,
I got the mic.
Pat, I need you to help me with this. You're gonna love this. But I just want to say before I say it, say this. I am 100% am not hating. What happens is I see stuff and I just think about it and I say, yo, I
ain't hating.
You're doing this for yourself. You're doing this for yourself. Pat, let me ask you a question.
Okay.
When you think about basketball and the NBA, and I say number 6, what's the first player that comes to your mind?
Honestly, number 6 would be Dr. J.
All right, cool, perfect. Hey, if I say number 23 in the NBA, what comes to your mind?
Jordan.
All right, cool. So we got this guy,
This guy.
and he goes from number 6 to 23, and he wants to be called the GOAT and try to tell everybody he's the GOAT, but this guy cannot even find a number where you think about where the first thought is him. So, am I out of bounds to say that LeBron's first mistake that he's done is he never picked a number for himself to be thought of?
No, you're not out of bounds. You're in bounds.
Right.
And because, that's just literally not having any kind of foresight. Kobe picked a different number. Kobe even went a little step further, obviously, just to rub it in people's face to be like, okay, I'm gonna get to 24.
Mhm.
Like he's literally
One
telling
more.
you, I'm not going to be that number. I'm gonna make my own way. And for a person to, it's kind of like when you see like Shaq was 32 the whole time, and he's like, I came to the Lakers, like, damn, well, can't do 33, can't do 32. I guess I got to make 34 work. You know what I'm saying? I got to make this work. I'm going to make this number just like those other 2 numbers. And he never did it. And so, yeah, you're out of inbounds because then I would say the worst offense was like, well, I'm just going to go to number 6. And I'm like, dude. And at the time, the first person people were telling him, you ain't ever heard of Bill Russell?
Right.
When he said he was going to the city, like, you ain't never heard of Bill Russell?
And that was when
You
he
never heard
said
Dr.
that
Dre?
I think Michael Jordan should be
No one should use that
I was
number.
going back anyways.
But I'm gonna use 6. What? Okay, 6 is not iconic enough. I guess.
Yeah.
No, you're definitely in bounds, Mike.
All right,
You're
cool.
definitely in bounds. His bouncing back and forth it makes you a little nauseous, but huge marketing oversight that he doesn't have his own number because eventually Michael Jordan will pass, and when Michael Jordan passes, that number will get retired, just like Bill Russell, excuse me. And both of the numbers that that LeBron wore will already be retired, and he will get nothing from that. Will not be able to get those graces that you would love to see him get so much.
I mean, like,
I'm just
number retired.
Number retired across the league. That just is. Well, now maybe he's going to say, "Hey, that's not true. My number's retired across the league 2 numbers." He's got number 23 retired and number 6.
How look? Obviously,
he'll say they're retired.
It's very obvious. It's very obvious that 6 can't because simply
it's already
they wore number 6 on the jersey.
Isn't it like pretty much across the board that you can't wear
all season, right?
Yeah.
And we already know 23 is.
Mhm.
So I mean, look, it doesn't. There are other players in the league that wear 23. But you only think about Jordan.
But eventually it'll be phased
so
out,
what I'm saying is, like, if you want the special treatment that you're so ultimately begging for, like you said, the marketing strategy on there.
That was a fail. Good call.
Hey, but I do want to give a shout out to LeBron. I love one thing I say about him is his philanthropy is absolutely amazing. If you go to his school, his I Promise school, the families he's giving them rent free as long as the kids are in the I Promise school getting good grades. So they have a place to stay stably for all the low income families. And big shout out to LeBron.
Yeah, that's
I
awesome.
love what you do. And what's the biggest key to that for me is that he's allowing the parents to go to college. And what that does is that gives these kids a role model of someone they interact with every day about how important it is to get a higher education. So big shout out to LeBron's philanthropy. You are definitely LeBron. Listen, LeBron, you are the GOAT of philanthropy.
All right. And with that, don't forget the Profanity Nation is on a new night every week. We started today. So every Tuesday night at 8:30 p.m. on infanitytv.com or our YouTube channel. Our audio stream will be downloaded on every single podcast platform and will come out at midnight tonight. So that's midnight Wednesday morning. So when you wake up tomorrow, you get to drive to work, you get to listen to Profanity Nation, you get to tell Money Mike he was wrong, get to scream a Stat Pat and tell me to shut up, which, you know what, I can stand it. It doesn't matter. So until then, we'll see you next week. Stat Pat may or may not be joining us from the field. We'll see from his vacation if we can sneak him away and he has decent signal. But if not, other way, we will be here. The Profanity Nation will be here every Tuesday, 8:30. Thanks. See you then.
Peace.